Hi everyone, I hope you're well. So you'll see there's a new material here called past papers. The topic would be past papers, and the title of the material will be called past papers zip file. And inside you'll see a folder like this. It's a compressed archive. So you could just right click and open link a new tab, and then you'll see there should be a download button there at the top right. And if you press the download button, it will download. I have already downloaded this one, so it would look like this, and then you can say open file, or you can click on that button there, or you can just open your folders. And if you go to downloads over here, you'll see it's right there. Now the thing is, you'll see there's a zip uh, a lock on it. That just means that if you try to change anything inside, you won't be able to actually change the contents. And if you're trying to work through past papers, when you work through the material, you'll see that if you try to change something inside here and you try to save it, it's not going to allow you to, and that's because it is zipped. Okay, so to unzip it, you just right click on it, and you should find a extract all button, or some people also have like a WinRAR extractor type of thing, but just find something that says extract. And then if you have Windows 10, it should look like this, and you say extract all, or you can use 7-zip, and then you can just say extract files. Okay, and before you do that, just make a folder, right click on a place. I chose my OneDrive ISWB 2024 admin past papers. I just right click and say new folder, and again the Windows 10 would look like this. You just say folder, then you create a folder name for it, and there you have all the past papers. So I already created mine, and what you can do is inside of this folder, just at the top there's it's still basically a URL. So if you wanted to copy this page and you wanted to send it to somebody, they can just like paste it in there and they'll go to the exact same page. So the same thing with website addresses you also have with files. So I'm just going to right click and say copy. And now when I say extract files, let me go extract all. And the path that this is going to be extracted to is, I'm just going to paste it there. So it's going to extract it in there. And you can see, you can tick this show extracted files when complete. You can choose to see it immediately. I already have my file open there, so it's not necessary to do another one. So I'm just going to say next, and you'll see it's extracting. It also makes the files a bit smaller so that I can upload it on Google Classroom. So I didn't choose the tick box to show the contents. So you'll see if I click now on the folder that I created, here are all the past papers right here. Now, the thing is, if you have any subject with Cambridge, most of the past papers would be in this format. Now, the thing is, if you wanted to work out a past paper of a specific subject of a specific paper, so you have like 3 papers and you need to work out a specific one, I just quickly want to show you what these names mean. So I just have a OneNote thing open here, and you'll see the format. All of them start with a 0417, and that is just the code for ICT. So that's just ICT, and your other subjects would have a different unique code. Then you'll see, let me just see if I can take this thing away. Okay, it's gone. Okay, then you see M19, and it's the same for all of them. So all of these are M19. This just means for the year 2019, so that's the 19, for the year 2019, M is either the 3 different test series, so you can write exams in Feb/March, or you can write in June. Oh, it's May, June actually, May, June, and then October, November, October, November. So that's what that part means there of this year. So just a quick review. So if I were to scroll down at a random place in here, you can see it's 0417, so it's ICT. S20, so that means for the year 2020, and the S is either for one of these 3 exam time period. So you can work out in a single year in 2019, there are 3 different test series, and you can see it by using these numbers. Then the thing that you guys actually need to focus on is this column over here. Sorry, I can't make any straight lines right now. But these, oh, I can actually make a straight line. Perfect. Okay, these ones over here, they're saying MS, QP, QP, MS. So when you see that, MS and QP, that's just short for mark sheet. So the answers, mark sheet, and the question paper is QP, question paper. Okay, so these 3 are mark sheets, these 3 are question papers. So if I open the folder again, if I click on a random one, it's ICT. It's for the year 2022. S is usually for October, November. You'll quickly realize what it is if you double click on it. So S, okay, actually means May, June, but it's 2022 and ICT, and it's a mark scheme. So you can see that's the one that we clicked on. So MS is short for mark scheme. So even if you forget everything I just said, just double click on it. You'll see, you'll quickly realize what they mean. It just saves a bunch of time if you know what they mean before having to click and look at every single one before you try them. Let me just open that again. Okay, and then the last important part is these codes at the end. Okay, so you'll see 122131 122131. So this 12 is the same as that one, only it's the mark sheet for this question paper. Okay, so this question paper is 21, so that is joined by that one, and this one is joined by that one. I know this looks very messy, but I hope it makes sense when I pull them and you saw how I drew them. So this is question paper 1. So the answers to question paper 1. So that one over there, that's paper 1, paper 2, and paper 3. These other numbers at the end, they just show what question paper it is. So if there's a paper 1 in, let's say, this year 2024 and October, November, so ICT. Okay, so it's going to be ICT, so the code's going to be 0417 underscore, and let's make it, I can't remember if M is, we know S is June, May, so I'm just going to say N24. Okay, so we have the year, we have the series, and then for paper 1, it's going to start with a 1. Now the thing is, even if you guys write your exams, you'll see there are different zones, and the different zones actually have different papers. So all 3 of these papers, question paper 1-1, 1-2, and 1-3, they are for different zones. This would be a paper that applies to people in, let's say, in the East. So in Japan, Taiwan, India, this would be for Europe countries, and this would be for African countries. So it's not exactly, it's not like precise for what the papers are. I'm just showing you that these numbers at the very end, they just show you what series it is for. So they have a different paper for people in Africa because they can't ask you a question to describe snow, because in Africa there are very few countries that actually experience snow, so they would be at a disadvantage answering a question about snow that they've never ever seen in their life. So they have a different type of question that you have to describe if the thing is about describing something. So you guys can just for now, don't focus so much on these numbers. With ICT, it's going to be the same. Most people get the same type of questions, but there are a few scenarios where they would just have something closer to home. So that's just what those numbers mean. So what I would suggest, let me just put the pen down. What I would suggest, if you have this folder now with all the past papers in there now, I would suggest make a folder for each year. So just start with, what's this first one here? 2019. So I'm going to start with 2019. And then all the files that have a M19 in them, I'm just going to put in there. So there's 2019. Okay, so all of them are inside here, so I know this is for the year 2019. Then I can do the same for 2020. New 2020. And 2021, 2023, so we can just do that for all of them. And you just put them inside of there, and then you'll start realizing that even inside of your 2019 folder, there's going to be a lot of 2019. So let's find another 2019. So here's another 2019. This time it says S, so S19, and this 2019 said M19. And this is what I talked about, like the M tells you it's June, May, October, November, or February, March. So we just saw that M means June, May, and I believe the S would be October, November. So then you can make a folder inside of your year folder where you can just say, call this, let's just say Feb, and then you can also have one for June, May, you can put it exactly as it is, and then you can also have one for October, November. Okay, so we know these ones, the one with the M's, they actually go inside of June. Okay, so inside of June, now you have the papers like this. And you'll do the same thing when you add in the S. So when you see S19, you're going to add in all of them under October, and then the other one for Feb. Then you're finished. Like there's only 3 series per year, so you'll see that there's only going to be this one group of 2019, and there should be another one here. So this is the last group of 2019. So you'll see we won't find any 19s anymore. There's only 3 in a group, 3 in a year. And when you're done with this, now you also want to like further organize this. So what I would suggest, we have the subject for ICT, we have the year 2019, we have the M, which the M for the 2019 is June, so we have that. Now you can put it into papers, and for each folder there's only going to be 3 papers. So you can just do this. So paper 1, new, where's new? I'm just going to do this. New folder, and it's going to be 2, and then 3. Okay, so 1 and 1. Okay, and then 2. Oops. 2. That's 3. 2. I'm looking at that number over there. There, and then 2, 1, and then 3, 1. Okay, so you have paper 1, 2, and 3. So paper 1 is theory, paper 2 is paper 2, so it's going to be about Microsoft Word and mail merge and Excel, I believe. And then paper 3 is website authoring and data analysis. It might be that Excel is for this one, I always forget. So you see it's evidence document, so it's a website, and what's the last part? Oh, Excel. So Excel and website authoring. Yeah, so now you have the mark sheet, the question paper. Oh, another thing I didn't say, SF is source files. So you remember when I give you assignments, I give you the source files. If they say, put this image into this document, so this is that. Okay, so this is just some documents you don't need to worry about, but we want the confidential source files. And this would be in a folder. When you guys write your exams on the desktop, there should be a folder with all of these in there, and these are the things that you'll need for the exam. So they'll say, okay, open this CSV file in Excel, or import the CSV file into Excel, or change something in this text, put it somewhere. Oh, sorry. Anyway. Okay. So you'll use this ER triple zero zero SL2, so you'll use that for something. And yeah, so SF is source files, so I just need to add that. So we have MSQP, and then we also have SF, which is source files. Okay, so you can just put that into the folders, and if you guys could just do that now, then you won't have to worry about getting past papers to practice with, and you guys are more than welcome to start practicing with past papers. Another thing that I would suggest is, if you want to see how somebody worked this paper out, you'll see there's the name. So I'm just gonna see if I can edit it and say copy. And now if you just Google it and you go to videos, there should be something that worked out this exact one. So 2019 0417 paper 3-1. And there's usually somebody who
Take-A-Lot's ultimate.
Sorry. There's usually going to be somebody that worked this out step by step, just this question. So they tell you how you would do this, how you would answer it in exam, but it's exactly the same as we've been doing. With the exams, you usually see some few newish kind of things, but this is the best way to prepare for the exams, just by doing past papers. So yeah, I hope this video helps. Enjoy the rest of your day, and thank you for listening. Bye.